Hello everyone, welcome to the session on an important topic of open economy macroeconomy, and that is macroeconomic policy trilemma. I hope this will be helpful for you. So let's start the discussion of this topic. Macroeconomic policy trilemma is mainly a trade-off a government faces when deciding its international monetary policy. It is not possible to have all the three objectives at the same time, but has to choose two from the following three options. We can say that any government cannot attain three objectives at a time. So these three objectives are free movement of capital, or we can say open capital account, and another is independent or autonomous monetary policy, and third one is fixed exchange rates. If we look at the picture, we can see the 3 points of the triangle. So at point A government can achieve the two objectives and have to give up on an objective. So at point A government can achieve only fixed exchange rate and free capital mobility and have to give up its monetary independence. And at point B, a government have to give up its open capital account, and at point C, and a government have to give up its fixed exchange rate. So a question might be arise your mind that why this trilemma occur. So now I will briefly discuss about the causes of this trilemma. So let's start the discussion of causes of trilemma. So at point A, if the government set a fixed exchange rate and allows the free movement of capital, then they will need to change interest rate according to outside pressure. How does it happen? For example, if the UK, we hold the example of UK and Europe. For example, if the UK government wanted to keep the pound fixed against euro, then UK government need to change interest rates similar to European Central Bank because under fixed exchange rate, if the market thought that the pound was overvalued, capital would flow out of the UK to Eurozone, which putting a downward pressure on the pound. So therefore, in response, the UK government would need to increase its interest rate to attract hot money flows, or we can say attract investors, in order to maintain the value of pound and the fixed exchange rate. So I hope the causes of trilemma at point A, why it's occur trilemma on point A, it will be clear. So at point next to the point B, at point B, if the government wish to have a fixed exchange rate but also change interest rates according to its own preferences, it would need to control the outflow of money. How does it happen? For example, if China wish to keep its exchange rate fixed but it wish to cut its interest rates to boost growth, in this case, there is downward pressure on yuan because the government cut their interest rates, so investors are less interested to invest. So there is an outside downward pressure on their currency, Chinese currency. So investors wish to sell Chinese currency and buy dollars. However, if the Chinese government restrict capital flows and prevent the Chinese from buy dollar and moving currency out of their country, they can artificially maintain the value of their currency. So in this case, we can already see that they have to control their outflow of money to maintain fixed exchange rate as well as its monetary independence. Now, Moving for the point C, at point C, if the government wished to pursue monetary autonomy and it allowed free mobility of capital, it would need to allow a floating exchange rate. What does it have? So, because at point C, when a government was worried about inflation, it could increase interest rates. These higher interest rates attract investors to invest more in this country, and this higher interest rate would cause appreciation in the currency. On the other hand, if any countries that wish to promote their economic growth would cut interest rate, but these lower interest rates would cause hot money flows out of the economy and lead to fall in the exchange rate. So we can see that there is a fluctuation of exchange rate, which is called floating exchange rate. So we can say that to maintain free capital mobility and independent monetary policy, at point C, a country have to give up the fixed exchange rate policy. So that's all for the time being. Thank you for staying with me, and see you in next video.